That was easy. But there's nobody here.
Damn, that imp duped us.
Wait, didn't he say the fairy...
That's right. So we'll have to go looking for it, but without a map of the cave system. Only charcoal and ashes left. Only... What's that supposed...
Turn it around.
There's nothing on the...
No, I meant the other way.
What other way?
Oh, you have no sense for art at all. What is...
There's something written on this...
You must free him. Do you always have to break...
You wanted me to set it free.
But not like that. Things shouldn't be broken.
It's just a jar.
Yes, just a jar. But at some point everything will fall apart. And everything will be... Why, that's not a vase. Oh, look!
If the numbers on the stone tablet are right, the fairy artifact must be there. I think I know where the explorer is now.
That's taking too much time. Come on, let's ask...
Wait!
Oh no!
What's wrong?
There are orcs down at the left.
Damn! They must have followed our track. We should hurry up. Well, to get to the fairy artifact, then... No, twice left, then... Can you remember that?
Left, right, straight on.
I think we better copy the directions down. I'll just draw the map on the...
Garen, you have to promise that the explorer won't send me home.
All right, I promise. Come on. All hail the 12. Are you the fairy scholar?
By Fabulon's crown and Farendel's fingerweb, a fairy, in flesh and blood. Let me have a look at you, glistening maiden. What portal have you come through? Which world do you belong to? No, don't tell me. Tall and without wings, not a Ladifari. And no creek or tree on you, so neither a nymph nor a dryad.
I am Nuri Dari Nelavanda. Can you help me so that I can use magic again, without any pain and loss?
An inquisitive fairy. Wait, I have to focus my mind.
I want to stay in this world and wander free like the raven and live through adventures with Geron. Can you help me?
Only 3 times am I allowed to err.
Master fairy scholar?
Oh, another... Oh, a human.
My name is Geron. We've come to seek your counsel. You are the fairy scholar.
Giacomo Nauta, sage of the spheres, temporal analyst, and fairy scholar. That hits the nail on the head, I should say. But just one moment, young man. Please do not touch those fairy crystals, Nuridaran Elavanda. Interference, you know. Where were we, my boy?
Fairy crystal?
Nuri can't use magic in this world.
Don't touch under any circumstances.
Whoops!
Save yourselves!
Ah!
Your stick is broken. The arm of the fairy knight. The stick fits perfect. If the stick wasn't broken, I could reach the stick. If Nuri, could you Well, good. Thanks.
Atial nemune du leval. Is mantrairelli. Is lera ma...
The stick fits perfectly into the hole.
Onmulila, Karen.
Here, take a...
Oh, black fortunes. Millennia. Gone in a blink of an eye.
We have to... She's been cut off, and she seems to be...
Am I surprised? She just... Your fairy has to find another way.
But the orcs are on that side. Nuri mustn't fall in...
I can draw a safe passage back for her, but I'd need...
Very well.
Here. This is for your fairy. The way out of the mountain. She must run to the mill that's marked here. That's where we'll... Follow the directions to the mill. You can't miss it. The way should be safe. Come, my boy. It's time to leave. So the seer wants to get hold of Nuri Darin by Satinav. History has a way of repeating itself.
What do you mean by that?
Once before, the seer abused fairies by making them play the harp for him, until they lost their magic and fell victim to the darkness.
Nuri called them sad fairies. The seer sent them to follow our tracks.
Possible. Quite possible.
You fought alongside the king's heroes?
Hezinda forbid. I'd make a night of misery when the young king asked me for help. The seer had... But I sealed the fairy gate in the stone oak.
So that was you?
For all time. The hardest decision in my whole life. But other fairies might have reached Andergast to play the harp.
How come you didn't find Nuri at the fairy gate back then?
There were rumors in those times that the heroes had saved a fairy from the seer's clutches, but nobody felt it necessary to introduce her to me before they let her go.
Why Nuri? There must be other fairies somewhere.
A good question. What do you know?
Nuri never told me anything about her background.
Perhaps she was scared.
Of her home.
Or her past. The magic of the fairies can turn whole worlds upside down.
You mean Nuri's world might have changed since she's been here?
Well, that's why she came here in the first place.
Nuri can't use magic, or she'll either die or lose her soul.
I see.
We hoped you could help us.
I'm afraid I'd have to know more about the world she came from.
Do you know where Nuri...
I was never able to explore the world behind the stone oak forest portal, but I have a theory. Nuri's home world might be the fairyland Nerutvana.
Nairutvana?
A colourful place.
That doesn't sound too bad, does it? I wonder why she refused... Do you know more?
It can only be played by the hands of a fairy. A human, even the seer, would perish in the attempt. That's because it was built by fairies.
What for?
It must harbour great power. Power that suits the seer well. Unfortunately, its whereabouts are unknown. We could examine it further otherwise. The Academy of Magicians never broke their silence about it to me. I can't blame them.
But why is it in our world and not with the...
That's one thing that must be discovered. There must be records of Andergast in the Academy.
Did you know the sea?
No. But people told many stories about him.
What rumours?
That he had been born blind, yet touched by Satinav. Or he saw the future of others, but it was always death, mischief, and bad luck. Never any good. Others claimed he was a warlock, driven by the desire to make his...
The seer once prophesied misfortune for me too.
I am sure he has other goals. His own goals.
I don't know how long I'll be able to protect...
The burden you are carrying doesn't belong on your shoulders alone, Geron.
What do you mean?
Considering what he plans to do to Nuri, I will do everything...
Satinav. Can you tell me more about Satinav?
You mean the steersman of the Barge of Time? Satinav was a mighty demigod who descended to the underworld to conquer the Barge of Time. But the gods punished him for his sacrilege. Now he's chained to the helm of the barge for all eternity and watches the stream of time. He and he alone can see the past and the future, but not even he can change either of them.
Is that why we see the damage the ravages of Satinav cause everywhere?
Yes, yet the damage they cause is not the same.
Is there really no way?
Future? Past? What do those words mean?
The seer has seen the future?
Don't believe what every blind man claims to have seen.
My head is buzzing. If Nuri falls into the hands of...
He'll force her to unleash dark fairy magic on Andergast.
But to what end?
He is a seer. After all the things he did in the past, we have to expect the worst. Your mentor only saw one way to prevent it all.
I cannot kill Nuri, not even if our world would be saved from doom by doing it.
Geron, I'll never allow even one hair on Nuri Daranelavander's head to be touched.
I am prepared to do...
So why don't we take her back to her world?
Nuri doesn't want to go back to her world.
But that's the only way. No matter what she fears, you'll have to take her back there. Otherwise, she'll die.
But haven't you sealed the gate to Nuri's world for...
And it can never be reopened. But there might be a second portal to Nerutvana. It is said to be located in the swamps of Lament, deep in the no-man's land of the Brinas.
Are there any ones that aren't as...
Those gates lead to different... in which Nuri would have to die.
Where
There's a colleague of mine staying in Enqui. Meander Goswin. He has in his possession the crystal of Nerutvana. It's a magic prism that points the way to the fairy, and it opens the gate as well. In the meantime, I'll go to Andergast to research the whereabouts of the magic, and who knows? Perhaps we'll find a way of...
So it shall be.
Here, take these notes for your voyage. You will find Goswin's address, and all...
I'm ready. Enqui, Meander Goswin, fairy prisms, and soon Nuri will...
Wait. They say a mighty, very dangerous creature.
What kind of a...
Its eye is said to petrify all living beings.
I was expecting as much. There's always a catch. How can I get past...
No one has ever returned to give an answer to that question. Cheer up. Your namesake, St. Geron, once fought against the Basilisk King.
He was the mightiest hero of all time, and he possessed the divine sword Seven-Stroke.
There's a hero inside everyone.
Why don't you go to Enqui, and I'll research the harp in Andergast?
The magicians weren't exactly my friends back then, but do you honestly believe they'd let someone like you into the academy?
All right, forget it.
Now our ways must part, Geron. Protect Nuri's life for all it's worth. Take her back home where she can be happy.
You have my thanks for everything. Wish me luck.
You will find your way. We'll meet again in Andergast.